Hello, and welcome to another episode of End of Days Play. And in today's episode, we give you our uninvited opinions on today's match between the Sunrisers Hyderabad and the Royal Challengers Bangalore. We'll also offer up predictions on tomorrow's game between the Rajasthan Royals and the Chennai Super Kings. So stay tuned, sit back, and enjoy this episode. So, Nax, give us a quick lowdown of today's game.
Hi. So we had the first look at two of the other teams, that is Sunrisers Hyderabad and Royal Challengers Bangalore. So it was an interesting game. So Sunrisers won the toss and invited RCB to bat first. RCB had a stupendous opening partnership between the debutants Devdutt Padikkal and Aaron Finch. They raced away to 90 without loss in the 11th over. But then both of them lost their wicket in successive deliveries, and that kind of pulled back the flow of runs in for Sunrisers. But then again, it was left to the broad shoulders of AB de Villiers to pull them out once again, who registered a 50 for himself. And in the process, RCB reached 163 for the loss of 5 wickets in their 20 overs. And in the bowling department for Sunrisers, it was a mixed bag, a collective effort. Everybody chipped in here and there with a wicket or two, and there were a couple of runouts as well. In reply, the Sunrisers had a disastrous start, losing their captain to an unfortunate runout. But then again, Bairstow and the one down Manish Pandey stitched together a reasonably respectable partnership, and they appeared to actually take the game away from RCB. But just then, Chahal came into his own and dismissed Pandey, and then that resulted in a mini collapse. So in the end, RCB won by 10 runs, and Chahal led the bowling effort with a beautiful 3 for 18. And he was ably supported by the pace spearhead Navdeep Saini, and Shivam Dubey, the all-rounder, also chipped in with a couple of wickets. So all in all, an interesting game, but it was a game more between two flawed teams. That's that was the opinion.
Yeah, I think it was a topsy-turvy kind of a game today. So without further ado, let's head into the talking points. What do we have at number 5?
Number five, it was all the bizarre dismissals and bizarre uh, events that normally we don't see. We had an unfortunate run out of the captain from for Sunrisers being run out at the non-strikers, and the most unfortunate way to get out. And then we had another bizarre run out in the Sunrisers batting innings where we had a mid-pitch collision between two batsmen, ball watching, and that resulted in almost Rashid Khan getting injured and then going for a concussion test on field. In the fielding as well, in the fielding effort for Sunrisers, there were two players who were ball watching while chasing a ball for a catch, and nearly resulted in a nasty collision between Fabian Allen and Abhishek Sharma. But thankfully, uh, for both of them, the collision did not happen, but they ended up dropping the catch anyway.
Yeah.
And then Priyam Garg, the under 19 captain, playing for his making his IPL debut for SRH, also had a very bizarre way of getting out with ball ricocheting off his gloves, then onto his helmet, and then hitting the stumps while attempting a paddle sweep. All in all, things that you normally don't see in a T20 game on a daily basis.
Yeah, and I think you're used to seeing these events across different games. It was just bizarre to see them
Exactly.
all in one game all together at the same time.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
At number 4, I'm going to talk about the team lineups for both RCB and SRH. I was a little surprised at some of the selections, especially for the overseas spots made by both teams. Um, as I would have preferred, I think RCB did pick up Philippi to keep wickets and reduce the burden on ABD. But I was surprised that they picked him up to play in the middle order rather than opening which is his usual position. Similarly, I was also surprised that they picked Stain over Morris because I think in addition to being a good death bowler, he also gives you a bit of batting backup, especially in the late orders, which is where I think RCB are too dependent on ABD as we saw today. And then on for Sunrisers Hyderabad, I was a little surprised to probably see Marsh picked ahead of Nabi. But again, I'm probably not too surprised at that because I think in the first few games we've seen a trend of seam bowling all rounders being preferred over spinners. But I suspect as the tournament goes, that trend would reverse as the pitches get slower. I think that trend would reverse. That said, I think for as far as Sunrisers are concerned, Marsh's injury is probably going to force their hand and probably make them pick Nabi in the next game. So I think that was unfortunate again to see.
Yeah, there is nothing much to add here. You pretty much hit the nail on the head for both the team selections. So Nabi versus Marsh was always going to be a difficult choice. Both had Marsh had a reasonably good series against England, and Nabi had a fantastic CPL. So we will most likely see Nabi for Sunrisers going further in the tournament.
So next up is the innings by Devdutt Padikkal, and I'm sure you're going to bursting to talk about this one, right?
Absolutely, yes. So it's a homegrown talent, player for Karnataka, coming up the ranks, picked up in the 2018 auctions. For the 2019 edition, did not get a game, but then built his reputation, scored a lot of runs in the domestic circuit, and then bang, you knew that he was the talking point. He has been talked about, touted very highly, and then he was asked to open, and then he showed all why everybody is talking so highly of him. So I think going forward, we are going to see more of him, but then be aware that 6 other teams are watching. Now the footages are going to be seen very soon. Unless anybody does not find a way of actually finding a chink, work him out, he will more likely it appears to have an all-round game to succeed going forward. So it was very pleasing to see him succeed at the top.
I also heard that prior to the tournament, he in the RCB camp he was paired up with Kohli, so he spent a month with Kohli, sort of learning off him. And I think he must have really cherished his experience. So, we're looking for. He was our surprise package for RCB in this year in our tournament predictions. So hopefully we see more of him. More swashbuckling innings from him in the coming games. Moving on, at number 2, we are going to discuss Sunrisers Hyderabad's lack of middle order depth. I think that's an issue that's been plaguing them for a few seasons. We discussed that in our tournament preview as well. I think the difficulty for them is that I think all teams know about this. They're too reliant on Warner and Bairstow, and they need one of them to sort of take them home. Bairstow almost did that for them today. He'll be kicking himself that he got out when he got out with victory so close. I think if he'd sensibly played out that over from Chahal, he would have easily seen Sunrisers home. But again, I think they need to find someone to back up Warner and Bairstow quickly. Pandey does that to some extent, but again, he's probably not that consistent. But the sooner Sunrisers resolve that problem, I think the more they'd be able to challenge other teams. Otherwise, they're going to go struggle in the rest of the tournament.
Absolutely. So exactly. So beyond the top 2, or maybe if in case Kane Williamson comes in, the quality at the top is undeniable, but then you have a weak underbelly.
Perfect. And that leaves us with the number 1 talking point for today. And what's that, Naks?
Oh, the proven customers for RCB, the homegrown bowling talent, the wizardry of Yuzvendra Chahal, and the pace of Navdeep Saini, and the batting department, the trusted lieutenant to Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers, coming in the end of the innings and smashing 50. In the process, actually scoring the 206 for RCB in this innings. So you knew you can pretty much bank on these players game after game for them to succeed. So the RCB superstars come to the fore and actually help tilt the balance in their favor.
Yeah, absolutely. I think ABD looked in good touch. Saini bowled with brilliant pace, and Chahal was just lovely to watch. The way the ball was coming out of his hands, he was already getting it to turn this early in the tournament. So one can only imagine as the pitches get more tired, as they take more turn, I think he's going to be even more difficult to play against. So I enjoyed watching him bowl today. All right. So that's the top 5 talking points for today. And I guess, having waxed lyrical about him, our unanimous choice for player of the game today is going to be Chahal, unless you disagree.
No, absolutely agree. No other person, no other player. So he absolutely single-handedly led that bowling attack. The stop delivery, the loopy leg spin, the way it was coming out of his hand, it was a pleasure to watch.
Perfect. So moving on, I think to our viewers, I think we want to introduce a fun fact section, which we missed doing yesterday. So what do we have for us today, Nags? What's your fun fact for today?
Fun fact, it's our uninvited opinion. So we go with the retro look of Dave Steyn with the headband and long hair. he almost reminds us of the legendary tennis player Bjorn Borg of the yesteryears.
Yeah.
And to some extent also a wiry version of the Sylvester Stallone from Rambo.
Yeah. Moving on, we've got a prediction now for tomorrow's game between the Rajasthan Royals and CSK. Without going into a lot of details, I want a quick answer. I'm putting you on the spot. Who do you think is going to win, and by what margin?
What margin is a tough question, but CSK.
I need an answer.
CSK winning by 5 wickets.
Perfect. Okay. I'll do you one better. CSK winning by 6 wickets.
Okay.
Well, excellent. In other cricket news, the England and West Indies women are playing a 5-match T20 series in England, and that's started today. And we'll bring our series review towards the end of this month. So please keep an eye out for that. And that's a wrap on this episode. So thank you so much for watching. Let us know if you have any comments. If we're a new channel, so we're continuously looking to improve. So we definitely value your feedback. As you know, we are whatever we share is our undivided opinions. Your opinions are highly valued. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please like and share it, and also subscribe to our channel to keep more videos coming your way. Thank you once again, and have a brilliant day ahead. Cheers.